Welcome to Just Ask Freeman. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, joined today by Freeman Owen Jr., President and CEO of Financial Sources Incorporated. To our viewers at home, you have been with us every single week, and we have been doing a series called Shield Your Wealth. Well, what does that mean to you exactly? You've built this nest egg, you've worked your entire life to get there, and you deserve to have a shield around it. We know that you know at home to do one thing, just ask Freeman, and that's what this is going to be about today, how to shield your wealth. And again, just ask Freeman. He has the answers for you, and the viewers in the Maryland, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. area all know this. Freeman, how are you today?
I feel great. It's a real pleasure to have you here with me today. And we've got a lot of good, solid information in reference to shielding the wealth. Now, we've been talking about fixed index annuities in parts 1. And like I said, we're into part 2.
Yep.
We have some great tools to help clients who are concerned about the following. Freeman, will my money last? I'm afraid of running out of money. Well, we came up with a great tool, such as the fixed index annuity. Now, what is that? How does the fixed index annuity help the clients? Protection of principal. There is moderate 7 to 8% as far as interest is concerned.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Now, what we can do, when the question is asked of me, Freeman, I like to have my assets last such that I can pull income, but I want to make sure I never run out of money. Solution, income rider.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay.
Guaranteed lifetime income is produced by this income rider. Now, remember we talked about grasping for the high yield?
Yes.
Well, this income rider provides 7 to 8% consistently, alrighty, as far as growth of that. We're going through the growth period of the income rider.
Okay.
That's very, very important, no matter what the market does.
Wow. So if it goes up or down, your principal is protected. It stays steady.
Not only the principal, but the income rider produces that 7 to 8%
Wow.
annually, and here's the key word, guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
And what it does, when we have that guaranteed growth, we have the interest building that rider to provide guaranteed lifetime income, no matter what the market does. Third thing, income activation based on your age. The longer you wait and allow the income rider to increase at a rate, again, moderate, 7 to 8%, guaranteed.
Okay.
Then what you do, you turn on your income rider to provide guaranteed income that will last longer than you. And here's another great benefit.
It gets better?
It gets better.
Oh, my gosh.
You know, I've often said to clients, I say, now, you know, in this aging process here, you may need critical care. You don't want to be a burden on your children or your grandchildren. And then I toss this in. I said, now, as you age, you might not want to be a burden when it comes to critical care or caregiving, and don't want to wear your spouse out. You know, I told my wife out, I said, Carolyn, I don't want to wear you out, so we have critical care. So it is funny, but you don't want to be a burden on your children or your grandchildren.
That's true.
You might have examples like this. You're in your 90s, and you have a doctor's appointment, and your child is married and have children. Okay, you are put in my place, grandfather.
Okay, all right. Yep, perfect.
And I need to go and I have a doctor's appointment. Now, my daughter-in-law might say to me, well, that's your dad. Look, we have child care. You don't have the time. You've got to go to work. We have mortgage payments. You really don't have the time to take care of your father. Well, with the fixed index annuity with guaranteed income, Cynthia,
Okay.
the critical care is built in such that with the income, when needed, if you cannot perform 2 of 6 activities of daily living, we have the tool that doubles the payout for 5 straight years.
5 straight years.
That's a winner for many clients who says, and of course we can do long-term care standalone. But it's with this this great tool, I call it a tool,
Okay.
to be added to your portfolio. That's why we're so successful in providing that particular tool and being a piece of or a big part of the portfolio for our clients. They like the critical care.
Most definitely, because we know that, was it like 75% of people will need some sort of long-term care, Freeman? That's a staggering number when you think about it. And you have to plan accordingly, financially, emotionally, all of these things work into a plan.
Exactly. A good, solid retirement plan, tax efficient. When I talk about tax efficient with fixed index annuities, excuse me, it's a great way to defer taxes on your pay while waiting for the payout from this tool. It's also helpful in planning for increased health care.
Wow. Okay.
Let me add some more stuff to it. This is an opportunity, since I've marketed, provided this tool, and with mega millions of dollars of safety. Now, when the market goes down, I've said this before, and when my clients come for their review of their FIA or fixed index annuity and how well it's worked over the past few years, I don't have to hide under the desk. I mentioned that before.
Yes, with the lights off.
Turn the lights off, because it's a great product and I feel real good about it. And then my clients do remarkable things with it. They may have to take the required minimum distribution at this point. All right, no worries. We've got a strategy to help to see if we can reduce that RMD or put them in a different tax bracket. We'll talk about that. That's rather complex. I usually have my tax professional discuss that with my clients.
Okay.
So again, the fixed index annuity offers growth. There's the growth phase where it increases at a rate of 7 to 8%. Then there is the guaranteed growth. That is where it is not disturbed by the market movement, up or down. There's safety, peace of mind.
Definitely.
And when you have the income phase activation, guaranteed income for life. And that answers the question. The guaranteed income will last longer than you. And another provision that is offered, a great perk, is you can either, it depends on how the beneficiary is designated. If there's only, if the primary, I should say, has the fixed index annuity and the beneficiary is only the spouse, there's guaranteed income. Let's say, for example, the person who owns the fixed index annuity has guaranteed income and lives to age 90. There's spousal continuation of the same income, or a joint payout. And we have a company here, I know a few, but this particular company allows for a joint payout from either spouse's IRA.
Wow.
And then what happens is one is predeceased, I should say, passes at age, say, 90. Spousal continuation, the same income, and then what the proceeds from that annuity is given or transferred to most likely a non-spouse.
Amazing. And
But
Freeman,
there's rules there.
I want to hear about the rules, but we have to take a commercial break. Do you have a special message that you would like to give our viewers today before we take this break?
Look, folks, if you're interested in having a safe, guaranteed income tool that protects your principal, that also minimizes, or I should say, defers your taxes till you take a distribution, just ask Freeman. Call us at 833-414-7233 or 833-414-SAFE, or there's the QR code right there. Take your smartphone,
Yes,
like you said,
yes.
and give us a call. And if you notice on the screen, folks, we have tools there. The tax tests, so that we can help you with your retirement planning and minimize your taxes. We didn't say you don't pay any taxes, but we could sure help you reduce those taxes. Measure your risk with AskFreemanRisk.com. And of course, we're going to discuss a little later Roth conversions. Again, having efficient plans, and the FIA or Fixed Index Annuity is a great tool for you to have. So again, you want to know how to deal with these various tests, how the Fixed Index Annuity will work for you. Like I said, it's not for everyone, but just ask Freeman. Call us at 833-414-7233. Call us today. Now, are we going to take a quick break?
We are, Freeman. I'm sorry, but we have to, and just we'll be right back. Okay. That's what I'm trying to say. The number to call is 833-414-7233, 833-414-SAFE. We know that you want to just ask Freeman all of your retirement questions, especially around shielding your wealth. We have the opportunity to do so for a fast track to Freeman. You can click on the QR code at the bottom corner of your screen. We're going to take a very short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. I have so much more with Just Ask Freeman when we return.
I was a student at Howard University and was transferred over to Federal City College at that time. I got a couple degrees in mathematics and statistics. I worked as a mathematician, mathematical statistician, climbed the ranks there, reached a pinnacle in my late 20s. This opportunity in the financial services world spanned it now over 40 plus years. It all started with me having an interest in mathematics, science, technology, and engineering. Started in the business, got licensed. I didn't have any fear. Let me share a personal story. I've been married to the same lady for 51 years. When I quit working as a mathematical statistician, she says, well, you've been successful in everything else. I'm 27 years old at the time. You'll be successful in this. And there was no looking back. I'm not the type of person that could work a job per se. I had to have, and a quote, I got this from a great mentor, freedom with responsibility. Because I always say, if you do this, you get nothing back. But if you do this and give, blessings flow. And that's basically how I started in this business and how my career started. Well, I have two careers, the first one and, of course, this one, which I love the best.
Welcome back to Just Ask Freeman. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, joined today by Freeman Owen Jr., President and CEO of Financial Sources Incorporated. We are actually serving the viewers of Maryland, Virginia, and Washington, D.C., so thank you for tuning in each week. We love having you with us. Freeman, these are amazing options that people have with this fixed indexed annuity, the riders that we're speaking of, the income riders. That can be a game changer for someone's retirement.
Yeah, and especially since it's predictable income. People need, I've often said, there's no romance without finance. People will have income that will last longer than themselves. And I've seen it. I see the joy of folks who say 15, that's the joy of being longevity, being here a long time, and helping those 20, 25 years ago who are now getting guaranteed income and what they're doing. Well, they're traveling to Dubai.
Wow.
They're having a good time going to Bora Bora. One of my clients came in and she says, well, you know, I keep getting this income, and you talk to, we talked to your tax guy, the taxes are taken out, and they had just gotten back from India, and they showed me the pictures, and I said, why are you putting your hands on that tiger? They were touching the tiger, and then they were off to South Africa. So what I see is that with this guaranteed income, this predictable income, every month, every year, every decade, people's lives, I help change their lives by simply providing a great service, quality of service, that's everything, and providing this great tool. I want to put emphasis on the service. A lot of folks, they call and they want to see me, but now I have other agents to help out a little bit here in our practice.
Team.
Team. So what is happening is that they notice that there's a quality of service that goes along with the program and the trust. That is amazing. I don't have to charge fees. Folks trust me with millions of dollars. And when I talk about the benefits of these income riders, especially since there is no market risk.
Yes.
Not subject to any market risk. If there was a crash like 2008 and another big wake-up call was to COVID.
Absolutely.
Well, my clients didn't lose any money. Why? I don't put them, a retiree, 59 and a half, on up to age 90, to a couple of clients has been reached age 100 before they passed on, and passed those funds off to the spouse, had a fixed index annuity. Now, market crash, no worries.
Wow.
When the COVID, well, no worries. Cynthia, those clients' assets were safe, no market risk. The market can do what it wants. However, those assets are safe, and it does provide a guaranteed income.
Fantastic.
Now, another benefit, longevity risk. Your money will last longer than you, okay? One of the biggest risks in retirement is outliving your savings. I think we did an example of where the person was taking withdrawal.
Yes.
Okay, and it was better for them to take the withdrawal in the early years over a 10-year period with positive interest rates. And we compared it with another client, we called it client B,
Yes.
A and B,
Yes.
who was taking the same amount of money, but the interest rates were much lower. And at the end of the 10-year period, we saw that the client B had at least $100,000 less than client A.
That's right.
And so one thing about the fixed index annuity, there is seated guaranteed 7 to 8% at least for 10 straight years.
That's incredible.
It is incredible.
Most definitely.
Now, spousal benefits.
Yes.
I want to elaborate on that. I love that. Joint life payouts. The spouse can continue with the same income, and there's several options. If the beneficiary is the spouse, and there's no contingent beneficiary, that is to the children or grandchildren, the primary that has the fixed index annuity can take the guaranteed income and the critical care, that is for 5 straight years, if they cannot perform 2 of the 6 activities of daily living. So what happens, Cynthia? All right, what happens at the end of the 6th year? I know the audience will say, Freeman, what happens after at the beginning of the 6th year? Do I continue to get the critical care payout, which doubles, or does it stop? Well, that doubling does terminate. However, it reverts back to what? The guaranteed income for life, and the spouse can continue in the event of your demise. If you're 90, 100, you've been getting this income, so you can either have a joint payout, or if there's no contingent beneficiary and the spouse is the primary beneficiary, spousal continuation of the income forever, as long as they live.
Freeman, just incredible. And we do have to take another commercial break, but these are incredible. To the viewers at home, there's a number to call on your screen, 833-414-7233 or 833-414-SAFE. We know that you have a lot of questions for Freeman about how to plan your perfect retirement. The series is called Shield Your Wealth, and that's exactly what we're doing, giving ideas and options for you so that you can shield your wealth. You've amassed a nest egg. How do you protect it? You do one thing. You just ask Freeman. Call in today, 833-414-7233, or to get on the fast track, Open up your smartphone, click on the QR code, and that'll take you right to the landing page of Freeman's office. You can schedule with him directly. We're going to take a very short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. I have so much more with Freeman on Just Ask Freeman when we return.
You know, retirement planning can be stressful. We pride ourselves on being different from other financial planning firms. You know, and during your initial meeting, we will get to know you and you will get to know us. We want to learn all about your vision for retirement, and together we'll design a plan to achieve your long-term financial goals. Our friendly staff will make you feel comfortable. The moment you walk in that door, call us today for your complimentary review. You deserve the retirement of your dreams. Just ask Freeman. Call us at 1-833-414-7233.
Welcome back to Just Ask Freeman. My name is Cynthia DeFazio, joined today by Freeman Owen Jr. He is president and CEO of Financial Sources Incorporated. And we're talking about the series Shield Your Wealth. We know you tune in each week to get more information about how you can protect every dollar that you've worked so hard to achieve in your lifetime. So thank you for being with us. Freeman, I want to ask you a question about the rule of 110, keeping your money safe and growing. Let's talk about that. I've heard of the rule of 100, but 110, let's talk about that.
It's a simple rule. It's a quick formula, and here's how it works. We take the number 110 and subtract your age, and that way you can separate your your assets that you wish to subject to more market risk, as opposed to and the amount of monies that you would put away for safety. Now, let's take a young person, 30-year-old, 110 minus 30. So we can look at somewhere between 80% in stocks and 20% in safe investments. Well, the young person, 25, 30, in the accumulation phase, as they place funds in their 401ks or their TSPs, they can recover quickly when it comes to market risk. All right, let's take a 60-year-old, 110 minus 8, let's say 60, 50% in stocks, 50% in safe investments.
Okay.
That rule, it adjusts for your age, but with more conservative investors, they would like to hold on to more of their assets that has accumulated.
Of course.
Again, this is a simple rule, but most of the time, the clients, like I'll say, well, if you have $250K, $500,000, or $1 million in investable assets, we'll take some of those assets, and according to their needs, that 110 can be applied, 110 minus the age. However, sometime is greater than, we set aside that 110 rule, because the clients will say, well, I'm a little bit more conservative than that. I'm concerned about running out of money. I'm concerned about having funds that I could pass on to my wife or spouse. I'm concerned, Freeman, that with the new rules when it comes to required minimum distributions, I want to make sure that I would help with this fixed index annuity. I'm able to minimize my taxes and move into a lower tax bracket. I'm concerned about transferring wealth to my children, to my grandchildren. So sometime this 110 minus the age, well, you get up there at 70, 75 age group. They're a little bit even more conservative. But the 110 is just sort of like a nice formula to begin with. But I've seen many of my clients, they're a little bit more conservative. They're concerned after they've been in the accumulation mode for 35 or 40 years. They want a comfortable retirement. So we may use the 110. Okay. But for the most part, what I do is make sure that I address what the clients want. See, that's the secret. That's the secret to our success, is making sure that we hear. Some of my clients I've talked to with this 110, And then we get to talking about what some of the things they wish to do in their retirement. And I say, I hear you.
I love that because you listen.
Yeah, and address their issues. And, you know, I enjoy this so much. And then my clients see that I'm looking out for their best interest.
Absolutely.
And that's the secret of having a successful practice. You hear and you listen, you shut up, you hear it, and then you execute. Now, I've implemented the 110 formula, but for the most part, we can have a little bit of flexibility there when it comes to that formula, because I've seen it, it works, but it also is better to listen to what your clients want, what their needs are. And we take the investable assets and provide guaranteed retirement income. No market risk.
Incredible.
Okay? We try to, in some cases, the fixed index annuity. No probate. You know, it's interesting. I can go on, but you know, we have about a minute and a half left.
That's all we have left. I know, this just flew by again.
It does. Folks, you better call me. Just ask Freeman about the great benefits that we have with that FIA and how it works. Call us at 833-414-7233. That is 833-414-7233. SAFE. Just ask Freeman. There's a QR code right there. I am blessed, folks, to have one of the best co-hosts. I tell you, Cynthia, is a real pleasure. You're always here on time to help present the great opportunities that we have at Just Ask Freeman's firm. So again, thank you so much. And I want to thank our audience. And I'm going to turn it off and turn it over to you, Cynthia, to close this out. I really appreciate that.
Freeman, thank you so much. I'm honored to be with you. To our viewers at home, the number to call is 833-414-7233, 833-414-SAFE. Freeman wants to make sure that you have your wealth protected, have your wealth shielded. This whole series is all about that, shielding your wealth. You can grab your smartphone, click on the QR code at the bottom corner of your screen. That's the fast track to get on the books at Freeman's office, because we realize that you want to do one thing. Just ask Freeman. Once again, 833-414-7233. Be safe, be happy, and be blessed. We'll see you back 1 week from today. Take care now.